So I'm probably going to guess and say right now it's most likely not a surprise, and people are probably aware that Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown now has the store that was introduced in the mid-season 5 update. Obviously that was about a day or so ago, so a lot of people are like, oh okay, let me go check out the update and stuff. They might end up logging on and going, oh yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of different mixed opinions on this stuff, guys, and I did want to talk about a few things here. So you probably did end up seeing the title. That does obviously have to do with the car packs themselves, which you will find in these stores. So if you're not familiar with these, I will show these off here again. You will end up having the M4. Currently, this stuff is not loading all that great. You will end up getting the car itself, which has a special body kit. I don't think it's a licensed body kit yet. Apparently, I could see those coming in the future. We'll then end up having a special livery there. Obviously, the outfit there for Puma and stuff like that. This is obviously like a Puma type of license thing here. I wonder what kind of gave that away by, how it looks. Then the other one you will end up having is also the car here. Let me find that. It's the Tiger, which is the GTR. These will end up being car bundles in the games themselves that will have body kits on them. And the thing is, you can't have these cars in the game unless you end up buying these. And here's the way I'm kind of thinking about this, which I also feel like other players might kind of be at the exact same, thought process on this as well, guys. We all are aware that, yes, you do not have to buy these bundles, obviously, right? You don't have to get them, okay? Each one is $10. That's $20 for two different bundles. That will give you the two cars, obviously the body kits on both of them, and you'll end up getting the livery options, which apparently you can take those off. Cool, right? You will also get the other items that are part of those. Now, apparently people are saying that the cars might be available later on, but there's no confirmation on that stuff. One thing I kind of got a bit upset about with this dude, look, guys, I understand they have to have the front in there. I understand they got to have the cars in there and stuff. They're trying to sell bundles to make some extra money. I get that stuff. But the thing is, though, technically in a racing game, dude, a lot of them tend to just release cars as the quote-unquote content that you're getting, right? So if they're releasing cars in the game and stuff, that's normally the new content that you'll end up getting because it's a racing game, bro. You are racing in different cars, obviously. So you are racing in those vehicles, and that way you're like, okay, well, we're getting new cars. I can't wait to use them. The thing is, though, you can't actually drive these cars unless you end up buying the bundles. I'm going to be real with you guys. I am not spending $20 on these bundles. I'm not spending $10 on each bundle, dude. I think that's honestly a bit ridiculous. I don't care about the outfits and stuff. I'd rather just drive the cars. And the fact that these even might sound different than the regular cars in the game, you will pretty much have no access to them whatsoever. Now, there's a few different standpoints on this I also did want to talk about. I know people are like, well, you don't have to get them if you don't want to. Well, yes, but the thing is, though, a lot of people, including myself, did end up buying this game, obviously, and some of us kind of spent a full 70 to $90 on Test Drive Unlimited back in the day, right? And we all do know that's kind of a lot of money for a game in general, and when you buy something like that, you kind of expect to get everything out of it. If a player did end up getting this game for 15 bucks, they're probably like, oh, this is easy to do because it's just $10 per bundle. That's fine. I spent $15 on the game. You know what I mean? That's probably okay. But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, dope. New cars, that's new content, right? New cars coming into the game, but I can't even get them unless I end up buying them. Now, the thing is, could they release these later on? Again, I have no idea. If they do, I'm guessing they'll probably be separate cars for $3 or something like that without all the stickers and stuff. That's my guess if they were to release something like that. The thing is, though, if you're going to release cars with body kits and stuff like that, man, maybe they should be in the game itself and they shouldn't be locked behind a paywall because a lot of players are looking for new things to do. Sure, not everybody might end up wanting a car with a body kit, but you know what? It's still something you can mess with and it's quote-unquote new. If all we do end up, seeing in the future is cars with a bunch of body kits and we can't actually unlock them, I feel like that might end up pushing people away, dude. Like, I don't think people will log on to this game and get excited to see a wide-body BMW to later find out that the car is locked behind a $10 paywall just to use the car itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's a very good look, man. And again, especially if you were someone like me that ended up spending $90 on this game to go see a new car finally appear in the game because the lack of content is already there. You then go find out that that new car you wanted to do races with costs you $10 to run it. I don't think people will take a very good look at that, dude. Like, people will be like, oh, there's this in the game. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not going to deal with this. And that's the thing. Like, I understand, guys, that, again, they need to make money somewhere. I get that stuff. But to be real, though, I feel like battle passes need to get out of paid games, dude. I really do. I could talk about that in a separate video. I can rant about that if you want me to. But battle passes probably should be out of paid games. And also a storefront in a game like this that you probably paid for might not be the best thing ever. You guys what I'm saying on that? I understand, and don't get me wrong, most new games nowadays have this, okay? Battlefield, Call of Duty, not saying it's good. A lot of people can't stand it, and we can also see a lot of the insane things being said about Battlefield right now on how the game's completely lacked in a lot of content and updates, but they are still pushing out paid skins and different cosmetics. Yeah, we want content, bro. We don't want our character to look like a different color. We don't want a car to have a body kit that we have to pay for. We'd rather have this stuff in the game that we can go after. We can, unlock those parts. Why can't every single body part of that car be part of challenges you could do? Like, what if you had to drive the GTR and do a bunch of races in that car, and after some of the races, you had to use, like, certain things on the car? I don't know, dude. You had to do, like, a certain amount of navigation or different events, dude. I don't know. There's certain ways they could do it to where if you do that, you would then get the body kit. Then after you put the body kit on, you can then unlock the spoiler. And there's different ways they could really put this stuff in the game and get players engaged in it to really make them enjoy it. Instead of just going, oh, well, here's this bundle. It's $10 for the car. And again, the cars will probably come out by themselves for $2 or $3, but they could still put them in the game, dude. And my concern with that is basically a lot of the new cars coming out with body kits. Like I know the Raptor's also coming as well. Is that thing also going to be just locked behind $10? Like, you can't get your access to the vehicle? Like, that is considered new content. Is this something that we will end up seeing in every single, like, mid-season update? Is just cars added to the shop? Like, I don't know if that's really the best look, man. Like, again, I understand that these games need money to actually stay alive, and some games probably need it more than others. But the thing is, people are spending full money on a game. Like, for example, guys, a lot of people back in the day spent $70 to $90 on Test Drive. And I was seeing people arguing that, hey, dude, you don't have to support the game if you don't want to. Like, you don't have to buy this stuff. Like, that's true, but a lot of people did end up showing their support back in the day by spending $70 to $90 on a game that they actually wanted to play, right? And now you have to spend an extra $10 to $20 to get a couple of bundles in the game, bro, just to be able to drive some different cars with kits that might sound a bit different. Like, I don't think that's not really a good look, dude. People who spent full money on the game, they also supported the game just because they don't want to spend more money on a couple of bundles in the game. Kind of crazy. But one thing with that, though, is obviously people wanted to buy the game to have access to everything, right? They're probably not looking to buy this game to then also have access to the game, but buying the game also gets you access to another storefront where you have to spend more money to drive other vehicles that are kind of considered new content. Because let's be real, I understand they're not putting real cars in here. I don't really think it makes a difference if they did or not. But we all do know these are cars with kits, so it's okay because they're cars with body kits, right? At least that's what people are saying. But I do feel like even with that, we'll end up pushing people away, dude. Like, a lot of players are looking to enjoy the game. They want to actually play it and jump in there and experience everything. I'm not going to lie with y'all. When I saw that Raptor and the other body-kitted cars, dude, I was low-key really excited. Like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was like, this is dope. I love the Raptor. I love the, like, Liberty Walk looking at kit on the freaking GTR. I like it, okay? This is cool. And then afterwards, they were like, oh, but this is part of the paid store. I'm like, wait, what? So a Raptor with a body kit that you can actually put a similar body kit on the truck in Forza, by the way, if you're wondering. And if you're doing that, you're like, oh, okay, so this thing has a kit, but in order to use it, I have to pay $10 to get access to it. I don't know how that's going to sit with people, man. Like, I understand you don't have to buy this stuff, dude, but I really think that's a terrible argument because most people did end up buying this game at full price or way past what it is now. There's a big sale on this game on PlayStation. I think it's $15 right now, bro. Yeah, the game's probably worth $15. And if you were to buy that, then yeah, you could probably spend some money on two of the packs. The funny part is, $10 per pack, though, that's $20 for both of those if you got both cars, dude. I think that's a little bit steep. The reason why I say that is you can get literally the Hot Wheels or Off-Road DLC in Forza for $20, bro. Those are full-on DLCs with new cars, new rewards, new unlocks, all kinds of stuff for the price of both of these bundles. Y'all see where I'm getting at, dude? Like, I really think once people actually look at this and they're like, oh, yeah, okay, so this, I could see the issue that people might have with this. And I did end up talking about this in the video yesterday, guys, about the entire Solar Coin pack. I'm honestly really surprised they even put that in the game, bro. Like, that is very shocking to me. a lot of people are like, oh, dang, they must really be hurting, or they really have to do that. Yeah, I don't know how people are going to take that, dude. And being real, though, the way the diamond thing is set up anyway, man, people are like, well, don't worry, Block, you can get free diamonds every day. And one day, you could probably buy a pack, dude. Well, yeah, about that. So if you were to get 10 diamonds a week, that's 40 diamonds a month. In 1 year, you can get yourself, what, 480 diamonds? Is that right? 480 diamonds? 12 times 4, am I mathing right now? That's 480 diamonds in 1 year. So you'll pretty much have to go, what is that, like almost 15 months or something like that in order to buy even the pass or something. If you wanted to save up, bro, and get one of these packs, you'd have to wait 2 years of collecting diamonds every day, dude. Like, a storefront like this is something I would understand in like a free-to-play game, man, but a game that people spent $90 on to play it and $70 in order to get access to the game and play it, to then find out that some of the newish content, because a car with a body kit they might consider new, to a lot of people, man, it is new because you can't add that kit to the vehicles in the game, right? You know what I'm saying? So that kit on the car is obviously new. You can't get that. It might sound different. People might want that stuff. Maybe you're a fan of the BMWs. Maybe you're a fan of a Liberty Walk looking kit on a GTR. Maybe you want that stuff. Well, if you spend all that money on the game to jump on and get excited for a car, then you're like, oh, I have to buy this, right? Like it's $10 to get this. I don't want any of these sticker things. I don't need any of these AI generated stickers. No, dude, I'd rather just get the car, which they could add later on again for $3 maybe in the future. I don't know. I think it's a very odd path. Like, I really do think they could easily add some of this stuff into the game itself. And with that would be funny, dude, because a lot of people are like, okay, well, they're adding this. People can buy this stuff and will support the game, right? Y'all know what's insane, though? Having a game with more content and stuff in it, players will be more inclined to buy the game, which will obviously support it. And then later down the line, they might buy little, DLCs and things there if they're really enjoying the game. But the thing is, though, if the game is already lacking in areas, though, and then you tend to add stuff to an online store in a game that you paid $70 or $80 for just to get access to some vehicles that you can't get in the game, I don't think that's going to sit well with people, man. I really don't. And people are voicing their opinions on this stuff now, dude. A lot of people are very upset about these solar packs in the game. I've been seeing a lot of negative stuff about that, dude. It's pretty wild. Like, I actually can't believe it's like a Grand Theft Auto type of thing. Especially how it was said in, like, Season 4 that they weren't going to do this. And then here we are being able to buy $100 million with real money. And then on top of that, if you actually want to get access to a car with a body kit, you now have to pay for it. Like, I don't want to jump in and do, like, a live event or something and get a jacket, bro. Put some of the car parts, put the body kit in the live events. Like, put the entire body kit in the live event. Give players a reason to play the game and actually jump on it, dude. Because the way they're doing this right now, man, I'm going to be real. The main fan base will probably buy this stuff and, be part of it. I don't know what the player base in this game is. Probably 2,000 or 3,000 people total, maybe a little bit more. If some of them buy this stuff, that's obviously great. But, dude, the thing is, new players are not going to want to deal with this stuff, dude. It will not only push people away, I think it will push a lot of new players away, but also a lot of regular players as well. Once they see, like, where this game can go at, like, the storefront of almost, like, begging money or begging for you to buy stuff just to, keep the game going and all that, dude. I just think there's better ways to do this, man. And I might have to talk about this in another video, because the thing is, if you release a game that's full-on finished and you spend $90 on it, dude, you can make way more money from a game with it being finished. A great way to look at this, Elden Ring is a great way. Releasing a game that is finished, even Forza, bro. Forza comes out, people are going to happily spend money on the game. They know it will end up being complete. You pretty much know what you're also getting on top of that. So if you're buying that, you're like, okay, well, this game is complete, right? You're not buying a super unfinished game for them to add some, updates here and there to it to fix a few things and fix a crazy amount of bugs for later on. You're like, oh, look, more new content. People will log on and go, oh, what's this mid-season update? I can't wait to enjoy this new content, to later find out every quote-unquote new piece of car content they added is a body-kitted vehicle in a bundle that you can't even get access to unless you buy it, dude. I don't know, guys. I feel like this is not a great step for Test Drive. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But I'm just being real here, bro. I don't think a lot of people will speak on this stuff. I actually, as crazy as it may sound and how I've been making, talking about this game or videos and stuff on it, I actually want to see Test Drive do good, because I think every racing game or any game in general that's doing could be competition to other games, dude. But Some of the decisions being made on these games, dude, I really do not understand it. Like, you guys are trying to compete with some of the bigger dogs. Even the Crew is out there as well, right? Like, that's a big dog in the racing game genre because there's not much out there for open world, really. There's this, there's the Crew, Need for Speed's obviously not a thing right now. We'll then end up having Forza and stuff like that, which is obviously a behemoth that will end up taking this game down in May. And it's just on Xbox. Wait till it releases on PlayStation, bro. Forza Horizon 5 did 5 million copies on PlayStation, bro. Do you think it did 5 million copies on PlayStation by releasing a beta-filled game? Now, don't get me wrong. I know it was 3 years old, obviously. This game's also going into year 2 right now, just putting that out there. But the thing is, players are looking at that game going, oh, okay, no, I'll buy this. Even on Xbox, dude. People are going to buy Forza Horizon 6. I mean, heck, bro, I'm going to pre-order the $100 edition of Forza Horizon 6. I mean, I kind of want to, and I'm excited to do it. But think about that, though. You can get 2 car bundles with some stickers and some outfits for $20, or you can get a DLC on something like Forza, man. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, that's $20 that can go toward another game. And I just, with the prices of games nowadays and all that, dude, like, $20 is basically, like, 30% almost of a new price game, dude. Like, it's 20 bucks, okay? A lot of new games are 70. That's $20 for 2 vehicle packs. I think a lot of people might end up seeing the issue with this, and to be honest, who knows, maybe they may change it, hopefully in the future. I was trying to see if we'll see like body kits in the future, but I couldn't get a full answer. Apparently you will end up seeing different things in kits and all that, but the thing is though, if they're adding like spoilers and stuff like that to live events, I think people want full-on body kits. They could easily have some really cool events or different ways to do this, dude, instead of having it as like a bundle. I think it will push people away, dude. I really do.